Definitely not for making calls, making if you're a designer, making sketching or whatever, servicing skills, but for results, not for actions, but for results. And to be more particular, it pays you for solving problems, and that's why. Next, pain and pleasure theory. There was a guy who got Nobel Prize when he found out this. All human actions always intended to avoid pain and gain pleasure. So you have to get this attention of reader in the first 6 up to 8, 12 maximum seconds. And you have to avoid template words and phrases. Self-motivated, goal-oriented, team player, fast learner. Please don't do this fast learner, don't write it. Reliable person, friendly. That's bullshit. People don't trust this. Just imagine if you would come to a date with a man or woman, depends on your... and just imagine you're a woman, you came to a date with a man and he tells you at the scratch, like, hey, I'm a very reliable person. You're like, maybe yes, maybe no, but probably no. Of course you will knock down, like, okay, yeah, but you will not trust inside of you.
Fast learner.
I'm a fast but it could, this man, for example, can tell you some fact. Based on this fact, you can make a conclusion. For example, he can, very like sad story. I haven't imagined this story, but imagine if this man would come and will tell you about the story. Like his wife, after some accident, she was disabled, and he was sitting with her for 5 years until she died, unfortunately. But you can make a conclusion, and that's why he's dating right now. Yeah, so probably you would make a conclusion like, whoa, 5 years he helped her. Probably he's a really reliable person. So he didn't tell you a conclusion about himself. He told you a fact, and based on this fact, you made your conclusion, and you trust your own conclusion much more than if he would tell it. So you employers will trust their own conclusion much more, but you have to tell the special facts about you. Got the idea? So do not just eliminate these words. Don't put it in your CV. Okay, first one, name and photo. Your goal, again, is to catch the attention of the reader in the first 8-12 seconds. Use facts and figures. So you have to add special block at the top of your CV with 5 achievements that you wrote in only 1, maximum 2 lines, using facts and figures, exact figures and facts. Then highlight these facts or figures, numbers, make it bold, and highlight the achievement block blue or gray. I will tell you how it looks like. And then do not use dashes to mention your responsibilities, right? I put it here. Use bullet points. People like bullet points. It's a small detail, but it matters. So that's how it looked like. I showed you her story before. Ayman Iskarayeva, she's a lawyer, and that's name, position, contact line, and photo with achievements. And look, achieve 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, she put 7. You up to 5. It's better 5, maximum 7, not more. Why? Because your goal not to present everything from your life. It's just to catch the attention. That's it. People like numbers and figures. So she wrote like more than 16 years of experience as a lawyer in top companies in Kazakhstan. She wasn't in UAE. She didn't work in UAE, by the way. More than 4 years of experience as a manager, a employee out of 10,000 employees of the bank in 2009. And that's what she wrote in 1 line, and just proper photo. 1, 2 lines. For example, I reached X due to Y in time Z. Or I got X compared to Y because of doing Z. That's the perfect formula for the achievement. But of course, you cannot do it every time to use this formula. You have to present yourself, the jewelry and company that you like. And background, blue or gray color. Or white, at least. That's one of the good examples. By the way, there's two of my clients. One of them, she has really awful photo before. Here she looks like amazing, successful, smiling. If you would see her, unfortunately I couldn't find the photo that was before, but it was awful. She was like, and if I would compare it, it would be a totally different woman. But what's interesting? She was rejected. She's a personal assistant, and she was rejected in several companies. And then we covered her at the training. She sent again new materials, new profiles to the company, and company that rejected her before hired her because she changed her cover because she's a product. She realized I'm a product, I need to have a good cover. That's what I want to remember. Okay, work experience. How to present work experience. First, I hope you know, in reverse chronological order, like 2019, 2018, and then other years. Mention only last 10 years, not more. Make a company presentation. It's really, really important. I will tell you about it. Who did you report to? For example, I reported to, and the higher position of the person that you will report, did better, like general manager. Of course, be honest, but just keep it in mind. Your responsibilities, your achievements in this particular company, if you have them, and make a list of interest projects, again, if you had these projects and you took part in these projects. Company presentation, why it's important before we get into it. Just imagine, local company, small company, 20 people, like software development company. They programmers, right? They work on some application. And here they receive a CV of the person who's been working in Google as a software developer, Apple, and Microsoft. And they apply. Would be interesting for this small company to have such a candidate? Of course, because he's been working in huge companies. He can bring this experience to our small company. Maybe we'll have a chance to reach such success, right? So that's why people used to and like to make photos with some celebrities, just stand close to the celebrity, because this part of his fame falls on you, and you like become a little bit like, oh, I get to know this person, and you can increase your like conscious and subconscious level of your status when you're making a photo with status people. Get the idea? So that's what you have to do with the companies. You have to present them as they're good, cool, and successful companies. Because if they hired you and they're so successful, probably they know how to hire and whom to hire. Probably you're good enough to work in such companies. So, what is company doing? Like company XYZ? Very shortly, 1 or 2 lines. Don't copy from their website, by the way. Please don't copy from their website. Write it from your self-developer company. Okay, a total amount of employees. The more employees the company has, the better. Like 600 of employees, comma. How many countries does it work? For example, it has branches in 7 countries. An international or local company. If it's local, you just skip it, this point. For how many years has it been on the market? For example, 20 years on the market. Successful company, right? And if it's included in top 10, top 20, country, in city, whatever. In top something, mention it please, and make a research again. And company presentation. That's the example, that's a real example of company presentation of my client, of CV of my client. Again, work experience, place of work, manage company in sphere of housing, communal service, blah, 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 880 employees, and time, of course. Deputy Director of Financial and Economic Affairs, reported to Director, and then responsibilities using bullet points.